The teenagers is present in the room and of course not let anyone sit in the hobby. I swear if you won't stop now I call mom. Hobby. Okay, call. I'm not scared at all. I tell this also. He said and smacked. Hobby. Okay, tell. Again and then Namjoon Hyun. Hobby hey, not Namjoon Hyun. It's not my wish whom I call. Hobby. See Jimin, this is wrong. You can't do this with me. Jimin, I can do more. You want to see? Hobby okay. If you call Hyung, I said Yungi Hyung. He asked you. He said and Jimin shocked. Jimin no. You don't do this with me, Hobby. If you really want, I don't do this with you. Then stay silent. You guys are still kids. Jimin, wow. See who is calling us kids. Look at him. Hobby, Mr. Kim Chang. What you are, huh? What you are, huh? An intelligent person. Jimin, intelligent. He said, and he started laughing. Hobby, see who is calling himself intelligent. Both are laughing and Jay roll his eyes. Jay, at least I don't call Hyung like this, like you both do. Jimin, because you have Jungkook. He said and Jay smiled. Hobby now check his smile. He said, look into. He said, didn't you look into another side? Jimin, huh, Hyung? See, he's not yet, and look at his face. It's just some days yet left. Hobby, what you think? What they decide? Jay, look at them with face. Mrs. Kim, if you guys are done, then get up and help us in work. Jen's family will arrive here in some minutes. Wait, what you all did with the living room? She said, and her eyes widened to see the living room. Somewhere is the chips packet, and somewhere is the books. Mrs. Kim, you guys, how can you eat like this, huh? We don't teach you. Jimin, no. He mumbled, and they start laughing. Mrs. Kim, go from here and dare to come out from your room until I call you. She raised her voice and they all gulped and go in the room. She see the room and sighed. The maid said her and sighed. The maid said her, she said maid to clean the room again. So this is the house. Jay and Hobby is brothers. Jimin have one sister, Lena. Both are like buddies, but Sky Yungi is brother. Jungkook is their best friend, and also Mrs. Chen is Mrs. Kim's cousin. So they both decide there. Jay and Cook both are so happy. So today they are coming. So they're fixing the and after that Jay is still young, but they such after that Jungkook go out, Jay go with him, and he complete his studies there. Jay and Jimin is 18 years old and Hobby is 19 years old. Jimin failed from Yoongi because Yoongi is nature person. He come from abroad after completing his studies and learning business. And Jimin is feeling scared and they all feeling scared from Namjoon, the teenagers, because he is older than from everyone and also he is their elder brother. So now let's back to the story. So finally Jin family arrive. They meet with each other and then Mrs. Jin speak. Mrs. Jin, where is the kids? And then Namjoon, Yoongi Kai enter in the living room. Mrs. Kim, here is the boys. They all meet with Jungkook and now sit with him. Mrs. Jin, Hobby, Jimin, Tae, Lena. Where is the other kids? Mrs. Kim san. Mrs. can go and call them. And Lena, she go in university, still didn't come. She have assignments to do, that's why Mrs. Chen. Oh, okay. And then the teen come. Then the teen come. Mrs. Chen smiled to see Tay. Mrs. Chen, Tay, son, come here. She called her. Tay smiled. He went to her and sit beside her. She on his forehead. Jimin, she Tay more than auntie came. He said, and Hobby started laughing. Kyle looked at him and he stayed silent. Jimin, how are you, auntie? Mrs. Chen, I am fine, son. And you? Jimin smiled. Jimin, me too, auntie. Jimin, Namjoon here. You come now. I am, he said. And Jimin looked at Hobby and he looked into another side with disbelief. Namjoon, come now. And how can he tell him what Jimin is doing? Jimin sighed and they all sit. Mrs. Chen is talking with the Mrs. Kim and the others. Jungkook is busy with his friends and the teen is feeling bored. Jin, what happened with you trio? Jimin feeling bored, he said, and Jin smiled to see them. Then Lena come. She see everyone is in the living room. Lena, hello everyone. Jimin turned to see his sister and then see the time. Jimin, you are late. Lena, like I care, huh? She said, and Jimin turned. Lena, I come back in 10 minutes, she said, and go. Hobby, don't she come late today? Jimin, don't you hear what she said? Like I care. He said and rolled his eyes. Hobby chuckled to see him. Mrs. Chen, so next week is Jimin and he said, and everyone looked at him and he became nervous. Jimin, I mean, I planned so many things according to the function, so Mrs. Chen smiled. Mrs. Chen, after 2 days is she said, and they all smiled. Jay looking down because feeling Jimin, congratulations, bro. And they do the dinner and Jin family को शुक्र जन को वापस किया they they all go in their respective rooms. Jay and Jimin sit in the bedroom, and then Hobby come. Hobby guys, I call Yoongi Hyung, Lena and Sky Hyung here. Jimin and Taeyang, why? Hobby said them, let's go outside. It's been a long time we don't go somewhere. And moreover, Tay, you said today your is final. You go from this house, make them emotional. Tay, I'm not going to do anything like this, huh? He said in Hobby furrowed his eyebrow. Hobby, what you said, then it's final. He and then the door opened. Yungi Kai come in the room. They have expression. Kai, why you call us? Hobby. Jimin and Chase said me to call you. Jimin, impossible. I never call Yungi Hyun. And he's again sleep. He looking down on Yungi's side. Take come, sit here, he said, and this sit Yungi. Yungi, stay fast, please. I have to do work. I have work to do. Just smiled sadly. Don't you sit with me for a second, Chung? I am going from the house after 1 week. Sit with me, spend time with me. If you still want to go, then you go. Then you must have some really important work, he said, and Hobby and Jimin wiped his tears dramatically. Yungi, you do your emotional speech. Now tell me what you want, he said, and Jay mood change. Jay, huh? Jay, let's go outside somewhere. It's been a long time we don't go anywhere. Kai, you said them something. He said to Hobby, whose eyes widen. Hobby, how you know? I mean, who said you? Kai, I know everything, Yungi. You all see the time where you go at this time. Jimin, we go for drinking coffee. Yungi, you guys drink coffee. He said, and he said, and cried. Look at his friends who make you face, Jimin, please. They all showed their puppy eyes. And Carl looked at Yungi. Yungi, go and call Namjoon. It's on him. If he's ready, then we go. Otherwise, we don't go. Now it's on Namjoon. Jimin, it's easy for me. Hobby, go and call Namjoon Hyung. Hobby, why? I go, you go and call him. He said, and Jimin just is silent because Hyung is here. He go and call Namjoon. Aram, why you call me here? You both are also here. Yungi, they want to go outside. I said them if you are agree, then we go. Otherwise, no one go. Aram, wow, you did right with me, man. Aram, no, now the teens don't leave him. And he didn't say anything and nodded. Aram, okay, but we only go for ice cream. This such and the teens start jumping in happiness. The top line go out from the room. The buttons also they call Jungkook also. They come on the ice cream shop. The teen is so happy and talking with Jin. Kai, you all sit here on the table. Seriously, guys, whenever I come watch with you, all I feel like I take kids with me. You are not kids anymore. Jimin, Kai Hyung, it's okay. We don't do anything, I promise. Kai and the other two, Jay, if you don't go anywhere, we how we go? If no, he said simply, and Sky, no, it's good if we go and talk with Yungi because they have some same nature. Uh, they also call Jimmy, yeah, that's why they are still single. Hobby, you said right, and if it's like this, then this stay for whole life, he said, and they both nodded. Sky come with their ice cream and gave them. Sky, uh, Hobby, I want more. Sky, Hobby, I finish this first, he said, and Hobby make a pouch. He roll his eyes and start to eat. Talking with each other while drinking the coffee. Their eyes is on chains, and then they start to discuss something. Jimin's fell on the cat. Cat is in the middle of the road. Look at him. Jimin, oh my, she must be hungry. Hobby and Jay go to see the shop. He look here and there. He see no one is staring him. He go in the middle of the road and give ice cream to the cat. He is smiling and then Yungi eyes fall on him. The car is coming. He is shocked and he run to him. Yungi, Jimin. Jimin look at him and the car. His eyes also widen. He hide his face in his hand and some minutes pass. He didn't feel anything. He said he opened his eyes and he see himself. Yungi and look up he see him. Only Yungi know how much he is scared. हाँ पता नहीं नानी नदरा पता नहीं माँ ओ लाला याद है ना It's take Jimin to come in the reality. Jimin didn't said anything. He didn't feel क्या तकलीफ है दफा हूँ from the car. His Yungi reaction. From Yungi reaction, everyone went to them and then he left Jimin. You both are okay? Jimin first see the cat is fine. Fine. He's fine in real life, but now he know what is going to happen. Aram, what is this, Jimin? Jimin looking down. Aram, how can you sit on the middle of the road like this? You are Kicha. If Yungi don't see you, what happened? I never take you out from now, Jin. Jin, it's okay. Don't say anything to him, Aram. How can he do this, Jin? Namjoon is also right on his place and Jin stays silent. Jimin, I am sorry, Hyung sleeps and see the coming from his arm. Jimin eyes widen. Are you okay or we go? Yungi, no, let's go home now. So Lena don't come with them. She said she is tired. I am nodded and they all go. So this is not that much big deal for him because Yungi is whenever he come here he handle the business also. Jimin is feeling worried for him in whole journey. He stays silent and he didn't eat ice cream also. They reach home and they all go to their respective rooms. All night Jimin don't sleep. He decides he meet with Yoongi in morning and he said sorry for what he did and tell how much he's Jimin knock on the door many times, but no one opened the door first. And then Jimin take a deep breath. He opened the door a little and see no one is in the room. He enter in them and see no one. He sits on the bed and he get ready for going office college and start to wait for Yoongi to come. And then the bathroom door open. Yoongi come out fully ready. He is wearing his wristwatch when he sees Jimin. Jimin look at him and he stand up. Yoongi raised his one eyebrow. Jimin, Hyung, you are free. I come here because I want to talk with you. Yoongi said. His voice is as usual cold and Jimin looking down. He's playing with his fingers when Yoongi look at him. Yoongi, fine. I don't have time. I have to go office fast. Sorry. Jimin, actually, Hyung, I want to say sorry and thank you. Yoongi, why? Jimin, last night you don't think about yourself. Thank you so much for this, Yoongi. Okay, no problem. Jimin, and sorry for what I did last night, Young. Actually, I am eating ice cream. I see a cat. She is looking at me. I know she must be hungry. I have nothing to give her, so I thought, why not ice cream? I just want she don't sleep because I don't know someone gave her food or not, he said. And Yoongi is shocked to hear this thought. They think Jimin got just because he wants no one know about the cat. Jimin hopes so you forgive me, Hyung, and also sorry. Because of me you get Yoongi, it's okay. And I feel happy you think about the but Jimin from next time if you want to feed some then take her on the side, okay? Can you agree? Jimin nodded like a obeyed. Yoongi, not anything else. His sign as not Jimin Hyung. You forgive me? He asked and Yoongi nodded. Jimin smiled Jimin, really? Thank you so much. He is feeling so happy, like he achieved the whole world. Jimin, thank you. You are the best. He said, and he ran from there. Yoongi feeling something in his. He always have a soft spot for Jimin in his heart. But he never said, but now he is thinking his feeling is increasing with the passage of time, and he last time see himself in the mirror, go out, find the whole family in the dining room waiting for him. Waiting for him. Okay. Yungi come. He sit on the chair. Jimin also come. He sits beside Yungi and start to do his breakfast. Mrs. Min andhed. Mrs. Min. Yungi son. Yungi son, you are here till day, right? Yungi, I try, mom, but I didn't say anything. When they call me, Mr. Amin, well, I am thinking something from a long time. They all look at Mr. Amin. Mr. Amin, I am thinking of doing Yungi. Also, he said, and everyone looked at him. Mrs. Min, really? With whom, Mr. Min? Lena, I think about them from a long time, he said, and Jimin. Look at Yungi. Jimin, what? With Nona? Mrs. Park, Jimin. You stay silent, she said, and Jimin make up out. Mrs. Min, I like Lena also, Mr. Park. What you think, Mrs. Min? What you think, Park? Mr. Park, what? I don't have any problem. Jung is a dream boy to everyone. Who said no to him? He said, and Yungi stayed silent. Mr. Amin said, Yungi, you have any? Yungi looked at Jimin, who is staring him with his excited eyes. Yungi, I don't have any problem. Don't you think this for me? Dad, you think this for me? It's enough for me. He said, and Mr. Min smiled proudly. Mr. Min, he is my son. I am really proud of you. So you also tell me, Park. So we do there with Jay and Cook. Yoongi, don't think this, Dad, because I don't know when they call me. Maybe they call me tomorrow or now, he said, and Mr. Min nodded. Hmm. Mr. Min, it's alright, son. When you come back, we do on that time, he said. And they all discussing this, and Lisa sat there silently. They also stayed silent. Jimin and Hobby come in the classroom. They sit on their seat and they got to know their first lecture is free. Gee. So guys, what you think about Yoongi Hyung and Nona? Jimin, I don't know. I just want my Nona happy. She is silent, so it's mean she is happy. But Yoongi Hyung go to do his job. How can he make Nona happy? I mean, he leave her alone. By any chance, if Nona is not ready for what her, with her, so it's means Yoongi Hyung never gets, because it's his job. He can't leave his job. The teen is trying to use their Jimin. Leave it. Why we are thinking all this harm? Because she is your sister and Yoongi Hyung is our Hyung. Jimin, we think about this later. First, you think about yourself, huh? I am so confused, but you know, whenever I talk with Jungkook, he make me feel special, and I feel like I stay happy with him. Hobby hope so you will, but we will miss you. Jimin, guys, I don't go London the next day, okay? We will meet Jimin, yeah, and what about university, huh? Jay, I myself want to go from here, so I don't have any problem. He said, and he said, and sign, then someone come. Hey guys, Jimin look into another side. Hey Jimin, look at me. Jimin, what you want now? Tell me. I want you go out with me, he said, and Jimin shocked. Jimin, huh? What? He said, and the boy smiled. Please. Jay, he said, Soyoung, he don't go with you. You should go now. He said, Chen Soyoung about to speak, but they go from this and how much you run from me, huh? Jimin, no, it doesn't work. He said, Chen, also go and also go from there. Hmm. So today is the day everyone is waiting. Today's Jiyoung and Jungkook. Everyone is in the lawn because they do all the decoration arrangements in the lawn. Yungi, Yungi get a call. He come inside. Yungi, yes sir. I come in the evening. I join my duty tomorrow early in the morning. He said, and then he heard someone sobbing voice. Yungi, yes sir. Bye. He cut the call. He went to the dining hall. He sees someone sit on the chair. He went and see the person. He's Jimin, Yungi Jimin. He called him and Jimin look up. He see Yungi. He hardly wiped his tears. Yungi, what you are doing here, Jimin? Why are you here and why are you crying? He asked, and Jimin now thinking what he said. Jimin, Jay, go, that's why I am worried, he said, John looking down. Of course, he's saying, he said, Yungi, see his face. Yeah, Jimin, yeah, I am, huh? Yeah, I am. He said and looked into another side. Yungi, okay. Go now, Jay is waiting for you, he said, and Jimin nodded to go from there. And he forget his phone. His phone start ringing. Yungi see the caller ID. It's unknown number, and then someone come. Lena, Yungi, I want to talk with you. Yungi turn and see him. Yungi said, Lena, if you want to with me, then you have to leave your job. Yungi, which job, Lena, you are? You have to leave your job, he said. Jen Yungi. He said, Jen Yungi san. Yungi, and who said you I want to? You, it's my mom, dad who want this, and I am happy. Jimin, like seriously, huh? I don't want to with a boring person like you. Yungi, oh really? Then you go and said no to your parents. I am not here saying anything to you. He said, and Lena shocked. Lena, what? You said your parents you don't want this, please. Yungi, I don't do anything. He said and go from there. He checked Jimin phone. Lena, Jimin phone. Why he check, huh? Jimin, he is teenager. He think something and then go. Everyone is in the lawn. Everyone is in the lawn. So yeah, one more thing. Lena is not Jimin. It's not just Mr. Park. Jimin. Everyone now expect Jimin. That's why Lena don't Jimin accept her as his sister. He really wants his sister happy, but this is not the same with Lena. One more thing, Lena is hiding now. Let's see what happened. So Jimin is fine because Soyeon called him and he said if he not agree to be, then he don't leave him. It's night time, and suddenly snowfall starts. They all wear the jackets and now sit on the chairs, talking with each other. When Yungi speaks, Yungi chat. I have to go back now, Mr. Min. Okay, son. When you go back, Yungi. Now, Jimin. Now him. He said. Then Yungi looked at him. He nodded. Jimin stayed silent and looking down. Yungi in mind. What happened with him? He is asking me. He never asked me like this. What you are doing with me, Jimin? Please behave like you do before. You feel from me. Don't talk with me. Now also behave like that. He think and with Jimin in mind. You are going young. I thought to take your help. I can't trust anyone, and I don't want to someone know about this. Don't want someone know about this. College. He think and he stays silent. And what happened to the Jimin is silent. Hobby Yungi is going. That's why he teased Jimin and Yungi looked at Jimin. He didn't react. Or said anything. Jimin, I am tired. He said and go from there. Hobby, what happened with him? He go behind him. They also want to go, but Jungkook is still here, so he don't go. Jungkook बच्चा ना रास्ता भूल जाता. Don't go. Don't go. Yoongi meets with everyone. Yoongi Tae. This is Jimin phone. He forget on the dining table. I forget to give him. He said and Tae nodded. Tae comes on here. I want you to change my functions. Yoongi. I tried it, but I don't know it's possible or not. Tae smiled. It's alright, Young. I understand you. He said. And Yoongi asked, fighting Jimin. But he didn't come, so Yoongi go on his duty. They all go to their respective rooms. 1 month passed. Jae and Cook and Jungkook. Jungkook and Jae both go London, and they all are busy in their works. Jimin is continuously ignoring Sehyun, but he don't listen him. And with Hoppy, he is not going college as he is not well, and mostly he go to meet his grandma. Only Jimin is present here. He didn't talk with Kai and Namjoon. Jin is busy in his world and with Lena. He never talk with him except work. Now also he sits on the couch and also someone enter in the room. In the living room, Jimin look up. He see the person and he stand up. Jimin, Hyung, you come. He smiled and Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, I come for 2 days. Jimin, just for 2 days. Mrs. Min come and smile. Mrs. Min, my son, come. She meet with Yoongi. Yoongi, me too. And then one by one, everyone come and meet with him. He go in the room, fresh up. It's evening. He come and sit on the couch. He ask about hobby and got to know he go. So Jimin is alone. Jimin Hyung, Mrs. Park, Youngi son, they want to talk with you. Youngi first, first. You talk later with Youngi son. With Youngi, Jimin nodded and they stay silent. He sits on The side, Mr. Min. So, Yungi, we decide your only family member is available. You will get with Lena yesterday, Yungi, but why so early, Dad? Mr. Min, because me and your mom is going America for some years, you know well. So we want you get Yungi. This is really not any reason, Dad. Mr. Min, you don't understand. We want to see you. If you have any problem, tell us. Hmm. मेरा पूरा 15 मिनट का वॉइस ओवर रह गया हाय तो इसलिए तो उठ के बैठ गई हूँ नेक्स्ट डे Yungi stands on his place. Tea and cook. Lena is in the room. She is getting ready. And then Jungkook come. The name is JK. Congratulations, bro. Yungi. Huh? Thanks. He said, and then his eyes fell on Jimin. He come out. She wear a white colored dress. Bandi. Looking extremely beautiful. Jungkook follow his gaze. JK, you have to think once again, Jungi. Now there is no chance of going back. It's about Lena life, JK. You will make her happy. Jungi, I will. JK, so you forget. Jungi, I will. He sat down, looked at Jungkook. He placed his hand on his shoulder. Jimin went to them. Jimin Hyung. Jay is calling you. He's in the room. Is here. Jimin. The person. The other problems also. The person have the other problems also. His surgeon looking down. Yungi. If you want, you can share with me. Jimin. I want to, but you go. Yungi went. Jimin last time. He said and about to go when Yungi held his hand and he turned. Both stand in front of him. Jimin stand in front of him on the Lena place. Yungi worried about that Sahyun. He said and यार मेरे ना करना पसंद ना बटन नहीं मेरे का किंसन लगन दी he said and Jimin is shocked. Jimin, what? How you know? Yungi, why don't you talk with someone else? Namjoon is here. Kai is here. Jimin, stay silent. Young, I can't believe them. They will him and also change my college. Youngi, you don't want to change your college, he said, and Jimin nodded and then he said, she said, and Jimin, look at Youngi. He come down and Lena come. She stand in front of him, father. Oh, for a moment I thought he's father, said and Lena rolled her eyes, father. So I'd start Lena. You think right, father. I'm not. He's the one who is going to. She said, and everyone is shocked, Mrs. Park, Lena. What are you saying? If you are doing any prank, then don't do. I don't like this. I don't like all this. And there is a moment, and this is a moment, Lena. Oh, come on, mom. Ask from your son. She said, Jen, come out. Mrs. Park, what? Mrs. Park, what? Lena asked him when Yungi come last night what she is doing in his room early in the morning. He said he is feeling scared from him, but why he go? Yungi, Jimin, I go to talk with Hyung simply. Lena, no, it's not. Anyone, I am. Hmm. I am to do Jimin. No, it's not true, Yungi. Not I everything on myself, but not on Jimin. Lena, you can see by yourself, Pajas, how he's taking his side in front of me. You know what, mom? He always do this. Ask from Yungi, won't you like Jimin? He said, and everyone looked at Jimin. Mr. Min said, Yungi, this is wrong. He said, and Yungi stayed silent. Jimin looked at him. Mr. Min, I ask you something, Yungi. Don't set them. It's not. I said them. It's nothing like that. Yungi, it's true that. He said, and everyone is shocked, Yungi. But it's also true when you search me about Lisa. I stopped. I saw myself and I never said anyone and I never did something. Lena, oh, he is angry, so you also, Jimin. He said, and Jimin is just him. It's just like it's all prank. Jimin, I promise. I don't know anything about this, Miss Raman. How can you do this, Yungi? Yungi went to his father. Yungi, dad, someone is not. And moreover, have you ever seen? I talked with him when you said to me about Lisa. I don't even talk with him. Ask him how is he. I don't search anyone and I think I make her happy. Tell me my fault and Jimin fault dad. Jimin fault dad. One more thing. I'm everything but they ask question from Jimin. I don't. Mr. Min nodded and he placed his hand on his shoulder. Mr. Min, what you want, Lena? Lena, I don't want with the person like him. I am going. She said and she goes. She don't listen anyone. Jimin is him because everyone is talking about him. The guests they are saying this it's all because of him. Mr. Min talked with Mr. Park for some times. The 9 minute रह गए बस. Yeah. And then he gave Jimin hand to Yungi. Jimin is shocked. Mr. Park, I don't know why Lena did all this. I am sorry, son, but can you please make my Jimin happy? He said, and Yungi nodded. He can't believe he get Jimin. Jimin, he is so scared. He don't know how to react. How to react? He is so shocked and stand in front of him. Father, let's start. Park, Jimin. Did you accept Min Yoongi? Jimin is silent, Mrs. Park. Jimin, son speak. Jimin, huh? I do. He come in the reality. Come in the reality, Father Min. Jimin, did you accept Min? I do. He said, and Jimin is shocked. Yoongi closed him and he pretend like everyone becomes so happy they all meet with Jimin and Yungi take congratulations, Jimin. You don't know how much I am happy. How much I am happy for you, Jimin. He know about Sohyun. What? How? Jimin, I don't know, but what he think about me now? Don't worry. Hyung is a understanding person. We sent him what he do. Jimin Sana's noted, don't be scared, Jimin. How can I not? What Nana did with me? If she don't want to do this, why she get ready? Maybe for photos. Jimin, seriously? Photos? He signed and we start to enjoy the function. Yoongi, Jimin. Jimin, huh? He looked at him. Yoongi, you no need to think too much. Okay, I know this happened all of sudden. You take your time. And with that Sohyun, I talked with him. He don't do this again. You join your university, okay? He said, and Jimin nodded. Jimin don't know what he do now. How he react. एक ना मेरा फोन रखी मैं बोल नहीं पाला यार ट्रस्ट में लगाना बाला चाहिए खुशबू मेरा शैम्पू ख़त्म हो गया ओके मेरा टेक्स्ट शुरू हो गया जल्दी जल्दी की करो समझ नहीं लगी हाँ शर्म बदतमीज इनडायरेक्टली व्यूज मंगनी they are get they all get tired and go in their rooms okay 5 मिनट रह गए सिर्फ 5 मिनट go in their rooms Mrs. Min and Mrs. Park take him here Jimin नहीं यार मैं ना वीडियो अपलोडिंग पे लगा के सोना Jimin why you take me here I want to go in my room Mrs. Park from now this is your room Jimin huh why Mrs. Park sighed Mrs. Park because this is Yungi room stay with him Jimin stay with Yungi impossible Mrs. Min Jiminy sang listen चुप कर जा मैं तो थप्पड़ मार दूँ हाँ नहीं चल 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 निकल जा चल enter in the Jimin will happen चल चुप कर जा Yungi enter in the room after some times and he see him sit on the bed he is looking so nervous Yungi मैं तो थप्पड़ मारने Yungi closed the door Jimin look at him and he stand up Yungi why you stand up sit Jimin huh okay he sit on the bed Yungi you still didn't fresh up go and fresh up you must be tired after that I have to talk with you Jimin talk with me on which topic Yungi you first go and then I tell you he said Jimin turned in the bathroom Yungi in mind how much he is nervous he is really like a kid he think and he also changed his sit on the bed waiting for Jimin to come Jimin come out he wear a baggy shirt he's looking so cute Jimin my clothes is still in my room that's why he sat and looking down Yungi it's alright come and sit he sat and Jimin sit on on the bed beside him the bed beside him Yungi so listen Jimin I don't know why Lena do all this what she said to me 1 month ago she don't want this and I don't took serious because Jimin I myself don't want मगर मेरी कल तबीयत ना ठीक हुई मैं अकेडमी तो नहीं जाना with her I really want this just out because I don't want like this well she said all this I stay silent it's true and you feel scared from me this is cute you know he said and smiled Jimin you smile also he said and his eyes widened what she said Jimin I mean Yungi I also but in front of the people who is really close to me Jungi and see I am with you now I give you time take your time and you don't worry about Soyeon I don't tell anyone and I handle the matter by myself I go tomorrow back you take your time now sleep good night he said and Jimin lay on the bed he closed his eyes Jimin in mind oh really all this happened he closed his eyes and then he opened his eyes and sit on the bed. He looked at Yungi who sits beside him and staring him. To be continue. मेरा टेक्स्ट वॉइस ओवर वाला नहीं है बिल्कुल भी मैं ना कोई सीन बंद आ रही से ये होने तो बिल्कुल नहीं से बंद मैं सीन लेके पता की करता मुझे मैं दोबारा चलाना मैं कहना जिमिन द ख्वाब जिमिन ने कहना मैं किससे ख्वाब देखने लगी डू स्मार्ट वर्क अगर मैं सीन ले करने लगे तो मेरे अगे 15-20 मिनट की हो लिखी जानी सी तो मेरे को इतना टाइम नहीं है अलार्म मेरा सिर्फ और सिर्फ 30 सेकंड गल पूरी होगी ना 15 सेकंड नहीं रह गए सिर्फ 15 सेकंड अल्लाह माफ़ी सही ना खौफ आंदा सोच के जी होने तो सारा वॉइस ओवर डिलीट हो जाए
हाय नहीं
पीछे हो छाना
मानना मैंने बदतमीजी ना करी हो गया बाय बाय